If you assume air travel is always the most efficient way to get from one major European city to the next, think again. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and in today's video we will be talking about the high-speed Eurostar train that will whisk you from London to Paris or in the opposite direction in as little as 2 hours and 16 minutes. So, when you consider to travel to and from the airport, the complex security procedures and the waiting time until takeoff, flying between the two capitals isn't necessarily quicker. This is especially true since Eurostar trains depart from and arrive in city centers, making it much easier to get around and start your urban adventure. The train from London departs from St Pancras International in central London, and it goes to Gare du Nord in central Paris. So the London Underground and the Paris metro trains frequently serve both stations, making it easy to get to your departure point. So the high-speed trains travel at breathtaking speeds over land and beneath the Channel Tunnel, which runs below the English Channel. Passengers are expected to check in at least 45 minutes before the scheduled departure time and must do so in person. Online check-in is not available, so you can either print your ticket in advance or you can use an e-ticket by downloading the Eurostar app on your phone, or you print your ticket using the reservation reference at the dedicated hubs next to the check-in kiosk. Entrance is through the automatic gate. Scan your ticket barcode and you go through. You will be routinely scanned along with your bags. Most of the time, you will not be asked to take off your shoes, but you will need to remove any coats, coins, and other items from pockets, and sometimes your jewelry. Once you're through to the security area, you will need to present your passport to the immigration authorities. Currently, you will have to pass through immigration checks with both the French and the UK border authorities. So, the Eurostar stations on both sides of the English Channel are equipped with various services. These include restaurants, cafes, duty-free shops, outlets for plugging in phones and laptops, and free Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is not very strong, but it is there. So let's get into the advantages of taking the Eurostar over flying to Paris. Number one will be the speed and the efficiency. Trains to Paris can take as little as 2 hours 16 minutes. Journeys can take a little longer for trains that briefly stop at other stations. But the train we took to Paris was a straight train. The first stop was Gare du Nord in Paris. Also, trains go from city center to city center, which saves you that time traveling to the airport, from the airport into the city center to do what you want to do. Trains depart about once every hour daily, except on December 25th. Also, another good thing with Eurostar is if you wish to book for onward travel to other destinations in France, for example, Lyon, Nice, and all the other places, you can book them on the reservation system. For the high-speed trains, you're allowed to book them now, which makes it easy for you. So the next advantage will be reasonable fares. So fares can be quite competitive compared to air travel, especially if you book well in advance. So you can get very good deals if you start looking several months ahead of your travel time. So while it's admittedly easier to find about £40 one-way airfare, once you take into account the cost of transportation between airports and airline taxes, the Eurostar can often prove to be less expensive. The next advantage will be the luggage allowance. So you're allowed 2 bags free of charge, far more than what many airlines offer you these days, especially the budget airlines. Let's just say that. Also, you can check in as late as 40 to 45 minutes before your train leaves, so you don't have to spend hours and hours inside the departure zone. Security procedures as well are generally quicker than in major airports, although this can depend on current regulations and guidance from local authorities. So overall, I would say when you look at all the advantages, that will help you make the decision if you want to go on the train or you still want to fly to Paris. The journey for me was quite quick. The day we left London, we left about 6ish in the evening, and we got to Paris just before 9:30 local time in Paris. There were so many buses and trains. When we got to Gare du Nord, it took us just about 18 to 20 minutes to get to our hotel, which was quite nice, and our hotel was really beautiful. It had everything we needed. It was very clean. They were very receptive, and yes, which made our stay even more enjoyable. So please look out for my next video that's going to tell you about what we got up to in Paris and the things you can do if you find yourself in Paris for the weekend. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share and comment, and until I come your way next week, merci beaucoup and au revoir.